Whoa, 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 whoa. Why you got the panties on? Holding a little hand, Chad. Caught moment? What's going on here?
And I don't feel like people should care about your past dating history. If I'm on a date with you now.
Why do you think guys care so much about body counts?
That's a good question. I don't have a clue.
Me neither.
Yeah, he does. We all do. All of these things matter in different ways to everybody, but they...
If I'm looking at a guy that I want to date and I find out he slept with 20 chicks, I will very much consider it personally to put them lower on the bar compared to other people. I don't think this is even a gender thing. I think that's just how it is.
They all matter.
Get him tested? I mean, yeah, like honestly. I've read like I've read books on biology and like STDs and historical context of STDs. The more you sleep with some different people, not the same people obviously, but like the more you sleep with different people, the more likely you are to get STDs. It's just how it works.
And this one matters a lot, and too many women don't get that.
If we get to talking and your past comes up, I promise you I will listen and I won't say nothing to you. But I swear to God, I'm judging. Oh, I'm judging. I can't look past you telling me that you got in high school. I'm sorry, I can't. I won't say anything.
What's the blurred word? Is it like a bad word? Did he say the N-word? That's why testing is important, at least every 6 months. If you are doing that with different partners, if you are getting ass blasted, I don't know what the word was. If you are having different partners, you need to get tested often. You should be getting tested often because you're spreading diseases if you aren't. If you get a disease and you don't know about it, you're spreading it actively. If you're with the same partner and you suspect having it, then yes, you should go get tested.
You and we can continue the date. But as far as you getting cuffed,
you probably don't.
Oh, you're cooked, baby. That's it. No, there's no way. The fact that I know it happened now, I still think that it can happen again. You can still come over, like I'm telling you, but that's your max contract. You're not getting a signing bonus. You're not getting extension. That's it. I'm judging, and I'm judging every word. Like what?
That's probably what I would do too. Some women seem to think we shouldn't do this.
It's just a weird thing to ask. And I don't feel like people should care about your past dating history if I'm on a date with you now.
Here's why that's really, 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 really dumb. This is the ick indicator. It's a tool for understanding why women get the ick, which is when you do something that shows weakness and then she doesn't like you anymore. There are two types of icks.
I think this also goes the other way. I know of a girl that played WoW and she was over the age of 30 and she still lived with her parents. And she didn't have a husband or anything. Like, I understand living with your parents if you have a partner. There's, like, financial and economic circumstances. But she literally didn't have... She's never left the house. And I'm like, I think that's kind of a red flag for me. Like, don't you think it's a bit strange? I think that when you flip it on both genders, like when a man lives with his parents over the age of 30 and there's like no reason for them and they're just doing it because it's comfy for them, I think that's a massive red flag. You shouldn't feel comfortable to live with your parents unless it's like for financial or economic reasons, or maybe your parents are really sick. I can't think of other reasons. Because you are repelled from a biological perspective to leave your parents.
Type 1 is not manly enough, and type 2 is too girly, too feminine, too...
L? Why is that an L? I explained myself. Most Asian and Southern European cultures do it. Yeah, and I think that's... I just don't agree with that. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's healthy. I don't think you get space apart from your parents. Sorry. I don't know. I wouldn't date someone that has to take care of their fucking parents constantly and has to live with them fucking hand and foot. I don't know. You can find it awesome and you deal with that, but there are a lot of mental factors that there are an insane amount of mental factors. I've seen Slavic people complaining living with their parents and their grandparents because you don't get space away from them. You don't grow. I mean, you do you, but fine. Alana doesn't like cultural differences. Okay, first of all, hold the fucking phone. You said L. I said red flag. My take is not an L. I said that it's a red flag and I don't like it. I'm not saying that you should stop doing it.
Affected by your environment. For example, not spending enough on a date is not enough of a man. And too cold
Weird.
is, oh, poor baby, is the environment hurting you?
I will never understand this logic. Like, oh, the guy's wearing a t-shirt and he's cold. Oh, he's such a pussy. It's like, it's just cold, man.
Arranged in order of these are your fault and these are her fault. She's unsalvageable. Get rid of her. I saw this one happen in real life. A guy clipped bear spray to his belt and his girlfriend said, "You're such a baby." And there were bears. I saw 4 of them. The reason I bring it up is that an ick is not...
Wait, you bring a gun when you're like in the forest with bears and that makes you weak? Oh my god, man. These people are crazy. I could never... I don't know how this mentality works.
Not a judgment, it's a feeling. Women don't get out
beat 'em
a
up with
pen
your
and paper
hands.
and go, should I feel gross right now? They just do. And when you are lacking purity, that is a male ick. We don't think about it, we just feel it the same way that you do. We might think of you as a keeper, and then we go, oh, you did what in college? By the way, if you want to learn about men or women fast, you should try short form. It's just the best parts of books. Link in the comments. So this attitude...
And I don't feel like people should care about your past dating history.
Doesn't matter. Let this poor bastard explain it to you.
I'm in a predicament here. I'm
Holy
talking to this
shit!
chick and fucking with
Chad, this is me! With the American boxers and the... Oh my god, this is a specimen. Oh my god! Holy!
here. I'm talking to this chick and fucking with her. 3 of them in the room were like, oh,
This
we
is
already
peak
hit.
American.
That's brutal.
You know, and I'm the fraternity. I know these guys. They aren't the nicest dudes. And it's not 3, bro. She's fucking 7 of my friends.
What?
Every time I look at her, I just get this feeling of like utter disgust. And
Oh, 7 friends? Not even 7 dudes that he doesn't know? No, that's... Yeah, that's a massive red flag. Yeah, bro code? I think that's any friend code broken. Ew, no. Gross.
immediately just go
You're
like,
not a good
oh,
friend.
7 of the bros have been in there, which is not chill. She's literally like everything I want in a woman.
No,
And I would
no,
probably marry
you're
her if she
delusional.
had
No.
7 of my bros.
Did you hear that? He wants to like her, but when he knows what she did, he can't. Just like you can't like a guy when he does something icky. This has happened to me several times. I will meet a girl, she waits a while for me to get attached, and then she says, by the way, I did all this, and I go,
So why don't you say it right here? Yeah, why don't you say it right here, like in the 2-week period or something? Oh, that's right, because that might ruin the... That might be a turnoff. That might be a turnoff for some people. Huh. Kind of weird. Yeah, I honestly, like, if I... like, what the fuck? If I found out the dude, if I was dating a dude, and then he told me, like, 3 months in, oh, I've slept with, like, 25 women in the past, like, 6 months, I'd be like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Nuh-uh. Get out. Nuh-uh. I'm not dealing with this. That is a red flag for mental illness, too.
oh, now I need a reason to end it. And then I do. Oh, I just don't know where I'm going to be in 3 weeks. You know, it's crazy. It's not a conscious process. It's just a feeling. I just don't want that. You may have been lied to, probably by someone who looks like this, about these feelings being a social construction. But this is what that's...
I'm not asking for you to say it on the first date. I'm saying in the first, like, month or so. I feel like that's kind of a... I don't know. I just feel like 3 months is such a long time for like to not be honest with the person that you're trying to get with.
Sounds like to us. You don't actually like this guy instead of me. That's a social construction. Doesn't change your mind, does it? I once let a girl stay with me because she was having a hard time, and I found stripper clothes laying around, and I said, "What is this?" And she said, "Oh, I make those for strippers." And I said, "Why do you know so many strippers?" And she said, "I used to work at a strip club, not as a dancer, just selling drinks." And I was like, So
Again, that could very well be true, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of sus. Again, not convicted or guilty, but you're allowed to think what you're allowed to think. Just a little sussy.
just the probability that she was lying was enough. Don't just let people move.
The servers are usually strippers. How do you know that, chat? You naughty little man. You go to strip clubs? How do you know that?
In with you, by the way. So you can yap and yap all you want about what you think men should feel, but we're not gonna stop feeling it. We're just gonna lie to you.
I won't say anything to you, and we can continue the date. You can still come over, like I'm telling you, but that's your max contract. You're not getting a signing bonus. You're not getting an extension. That's it.
Maybe you'd rather hear it from a woman. Listen to her.
So as women, we need to be very careful about who we entertain. Trust and believe, if you meet a respectable man and he finds out that you linked, dated, entertained a fuckboy, he is going to silently judge you. There are a lot of men who will meet you, think you're beautiful, think you're smart, think you have a lot going for yourself, and that they will find out that you entertained that guy, and it's an immediate turn off. He is not going to respect you. At the time, it's all fun and games, but these things do follow us in our dating history. No man wants to be walking around hand in hand with a girl and other men are talking about her, laughing at her. Fun is fun, but you still have to use brain when you're entertaining men, because
The same thing with like someone who's like an actually like convicted criminal and you keep dating them. I think it's like a massive red flag. Again, I understand if there were circumstances, maybe you're... I don't know, this is also fucking hypothetical and it's all dream hocus pocus, but it's like think about the logic. Like, oh, well, if he was a criminal, that means she knew about him being a criminal and they were together for so long. Maybe they were together for a while. Maybe she visited him in jail and then it didn't work out. Like, it's just like a whole bunch of factors. It's an indicator for sure. Maybe they could have had a good relationship, but you know, bad boys are kind of just bad boys. They usually end up in prison at some point.
don't let today's enjoyment mess up tomorrow's prospects.
Guess who never learned that lesson? Let's let her talk a little more.
The lowest amount of money a guy should spend on a wedding ring for you.
Oh, it should be like for sure 30, 40K.
What? Where the fuck do you live where people get... What? How much should a wedding ring cost salary? What's the proportion that's supposed to be? The traditional rule of thumb is to spend 2 to 3 months of salary. Wait, what? Yeah, so what is it, like 10 grand a month this guy has to be making? Holy crap, 10 grand minimum a month. That's 100K a year. She wants to marry a millionaire, bro.
Standards here.
Would you have been a little upset if it was 10K?
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god. Oh lord, bro. I can't. Chat, I'm gonna give you a fucking Pringles can opener. You know those metal ones, or like a soda can opener? That's gonna be the wedding ring, chat. Like a little pop, like... I'll put it on your fingy. Yeah, ring pop or something. An onion ring? Oh shit, that's fancy. You can eat that too.
How do you come to that number?
Well, I was like trying to be polite, and you know how there's the typical, it's supposed to be like 3 months of their salary. I did what 3 months of his was, and then I lowered it a bit and left some cushion. So I was like, this would be sufficient.
What's the worst question you can get asked on a first date?
What's your number?
Like body count?
Yeah, it's just a
Chat, I think I'm cooked because I thought she meant, like, what's your number, as in, like, your phone number. And I was like, that's kind of weird. I thought that's kind of normal for you to go on a date and ask for their phone number. And then she dropped that bomb on me. And I'm like, damn.
Weird thing to ask.
Why do you think guys care so much about body counts?
That's a good question. I don't have a clue.
I find
For
videos.
someone who's so non-traditional and says, like, oh, well, you shouldn't judge me based on my body count, why are we doing the whole wedding salary ring requirement thing? Because that was, like, made up a long time ago when the diamond industry started pushing marketing really hard, and it was, like, a thing that is not real, by the way. It's not a traditional thing. It's only been around for, like, around about less than 100 years. Because the diamond industry is, like, quite literally fake. It's not real. It's a fugazi. It's a scam, essentially. But I won't get into that part. I'm just saying, you're so set on this, like, quote unquote old school way of getting a diamond ring, and then you're like, no, you can't judge me based on my body count. That's, like, so weird. I'm like, oh my god.
To react to when people recommend them. They're usually pretty popular. Do you understand why this one was popular? This girl wants a $40,000 ring, but you're not allowed to ask about her past.
We have standards here.
And by we, she means just her. No standards for men, especially this one, not allowed, except that we're going to...
You're allowed to have standards. I remember meeting guys in high school who would say dumb shit like... They would be like, if she's kissed another girl and another man, I don't want to date her. And I'm like, oh geez, I wonder how that's gonna fly when you get out of high school. Like, hold those standards for yourself too. Again, I'm not trying to make fun of them or anything, but it was really funny hearing that when I was a kid.
Have them anyway.
No kissing.
We just won't tell you about them. And then you'll never figure out the reason that the answer to what are we is always, oh, we're just friends.
Ah, yes, the situationship, of course, naturally. Bro, she doesn't play PoE, she's a goner. I mean, you could probably teach a pretty normal non-gamer girl to play PoE. If she loved you enough, that would be great. I think that was cute. In a weird way. Yeah! We gotta play video games, and we gotta do cosplays, yeah! Put on the dress! You gotta look like, that really hot chick in Zenless Zone Zero that everybody makes porn of. Put on the dress!